looking at my phone stand. I've got stickers on my phone stand, and I'm going to remove those. This is my second start for this morning. I was placed back on the live that I had started yesterday that I don't even know if it aired because I was given technical problems. But now I am live. The counter started at 0, and I do have indications that I have live chat. Yesterday, I didn't have up here when you're live, you see a counter, and you see the number of people in the room, and you see the number of thumbs up. And over here, you see your controls on your screen on my phone. And yesterday, the whole thing was just the picture of what, was in front of the lens. And it did not show any indications that I was live. And after that happened, this morning when I went live for the first time, it was all, it started me back with the live that I supposedly had yesterday with the timer starting over. So that's where we're at. I'm going to go ahead and remove these stickers that you initially saw. On my phone stand. It's a new year. I'm going to start with new stickers on my phone stand. Good morning. Welcome in. Welcome in. So evidently right now I'm just getting people on my news feed that are just coming through and immediately leaving because it's not their taste. Good morning. Good morning. I do that too. I watch watch the vertical lives and move on sometimes, and sometimes I stay to find out what's going on, and sometimes I don't. I do the same thing. So good morning, everyone. It's good to see you here. I've had technical difficulty, but I'm on my way to being live again. I took a break. I was off the entire Christmas season, which starts for us Christmas. Well, really, we start on the 23rd with Christmas. Of course, I buy Christmas presents all year long for people that I'm going to spend Christmas with. And then on the 23rd, we usually decorate if we're going to decorate. And on the 24th, we decorate. If we haven't decorated on the 23rd, we're going to decorate. And then we celebrate Christmas for 12 days. This year was kind of a rough 12 days. Good morning, Jeffrey. It's so good to see you here. I don't want to say what health condition you have, but I will say that I also have it. Good morning, Mike Stevens. How you doing? I was hoping that there would be, I think you're from the fishing community, aren't you, Mike? Just tell me if you're like a reset person, if you belong to a community on YouTube, what area you're from. But as I was saying, Jeffrey, I have the same health condition you do. And I've had it since 2002. So I know there's a lot of people you can talk to about it, but I'm another person you can talk to about it. But my email is on my About page. Good morning, Bob. So good to see you. I sent you an email a couple of days ago, and my email is on my About page. I was getting ready to say it. It's thrallherd@aol.com, and that's THRALLHERD. So that's my email address, and it's at AOL.com. So if you get an email from me, you might want to check your spam folder because thrallherd is an unusual word. And sometimes when you send an email to somebody the first time, it goes to their spam anyway. Oh, it's 6:21 a.m. So you're an hour behind where I am. I'm in Eastern Standard Time. So that's awesome. You get up early, Mike. You get up really early. Yeah. Okay. Went to spam. Okay. Oh, okay. Great. I love stickers. And I'm hoping to put stickers on the giveaway boxes. Hold on a second. I'm going to go get Bob's giveaway boxes. Um, not all the stuff that I ordered to use for giveaways for your channel might not fit in the boxes, but I've got some teal envelopes too. Hang on a second. So I have these. These are just like the ones that I used to send off giveaways for my channel. I use the little yellow boxes for that. And these are the same. Yeah, I've got a yellow box already put together down here because I'm running a giveaway right now. And here's the little yellow box. And your boxes will be exactly the same. Okay, but I need to source. And what I also thought that I could source from the fishing community. Let me see. I think there's a zipper to open this. It's been like 3 months since I ordered the yellow boxes. But I was thinking lures and that kind of thing would be good. What do you think about the resin pieces? I had some smaller resin pieces. Of course, like the seahorses would not fit in this. But there were other things I think that would have, like the little koi fish resin pieces. I don't know if you would rather have, things that have fish on them or actual fishing gear. So you let me know. Oh, and I got a jewelry lot that has, like little O-rings and stuff that people, if they're into making fishing lures, parts that they could use. But anyway, my email is on my About page if you didn't catch the spelling of it, if you can't find the email, which he might be over looking for the email now. But I just started working with Bob and being a provider for his giveaway stuff. So we'll get in a groove of how we're going to do it. But right now we're in the mode of setting it up. Kind of excited. I've never provided a service like this before, but it's one way for me to help one of the communities I'm part of. I like to go to the fishing community. Okay, great. All right, wonderful. So anyway, let me get this tape off of here. They really want this to stay sealed, which, I'm happy about that. I don't want things to get opened and shipping. Of course, they have their own fleet, don't they? Amazon's amazing. But I'm involved with the fishing community and the resale community and the drone community. And I also hang around with crafters. The crafters, they don't know what to think of me because, well, I don't craft. But, good morning, Second Adventures. Welcome in, welcome in. But you know what? I don't fish either. So if you're a quilter and I'm hanging around with you, I don't quilt. I just chat and I network. And, oh dear. Wow, that tape. I do unboxings and unenvelopings all the time. You'd think opening this would be a cinch. So here we go. It's got a little zip. It's got one of those zipper things so you can reseal it, which is wonderful. I hate it when these little zipper things get messed up. All right. I'm probably going to have to take out some boxes to get it zipped back up, but that's how it works, usually. I got a whole box. Oh, goodness. They have, within this zipper bag, all the boxes are in another bag. I had forgotten about this for a reason. So I think what I'll do... Oh, wait a minute. There is another zipper. Oh, what fun. Thank you, Amazon. Okay, I'm unzipping this top part. Okay, now we're to the boxes. So, how many boxes should I pull out? Okay, goodbye, Mike. Have a nice day. I know you usually give 3 prizes, right, Bob? That guy must not like unboxings. But anyway, the way he said goodbye was like, oh, see you, not see you later, but I'm leaving forever. Well, you know, it's your choice. So I'm going to pull 3. If you want me to pull more, let me know. I think I have enough stuff here to go ahead. I don't know if the little good morning, New Horizons Above and Beyond. Hello. I know a channel that has a New Horizons name. His name's Roy. He's a reseller. So let me know your first name, New Horizons. I'd like to know if you're Roy or not, because I can give, I don't know your channel if you're not Roy, but if you are Roy, I can talk about you a little bit and say some good things, some positive gossip and networking for you. And if you're not, I'll go by your channel later and check you out. And then next time you come in, I can give you a shout out. This morning I'm working on a project for Any Fin Is Possible, Bob. He has a wonderful fishing channel. Yeah, I don't think that the bottle opener is going to fit in this one, but I have other things that will fit. Not within my reach, though. Okay. So I guess what I'll do is I'll put the 3 prizes together, send you a video or more, and then you can say yes or no to any of it you like. Envelope make, I can cover it with those envelopes. I mean, I can Franken envelope in addition to Franken boxing. And this type of box can't be Franken boxed. Let me see. I don't have a box around me that I can Franken box, because what you do is you take 2 boxes. Well, this is a little bit of a different size. Well, that's great. You know what? I think that the seahorse resin pieces will fit into this, because this is a lot longer. I'm gonna have to get these for my channel. I'm gonna get the yellow ones this size. But that's awesome. So those are better boxes than I have for mine. Isn't that great when that happens? So anyway, we're going to go ahead and put this away, and I'm going to tell you a fishing story. Good morning, Tooch Man. How you doing? I hope you're feeling better. Okay. Okay, that sounds good to have like a kickoff where there's more than one gift at the kickoff, how your giveaways are going to be changed. Wonderful. Good morning, Tooch Man again. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're feeling better. I know that, it's been a difficult time for you this winter. And I hope that's ended. I pray that that's ended. And things will run smoothly. I'm looking forward to your upcoming auction, the Tooch of Glass. Is that on tonight? I know you were on Johnny. Were you on Johnny's last night? I kept popping in to see if you were there because I was in another auction in the chat. And I kept popping back and forth, and I never did see you. But sometimes, half an hour can go by if you're looking for somebody. But it was good to see you on. Went out. Glass at 6 feet. Sorry. But I was about to get out some Tweeties and check my supply. Here's an item I got from Tooch Man. This beautiful little cobalt blue dish. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love things that have, the wavy top where they've, manipulated the glass when it was hot to make this beautiful piece. I need to put a tea light in that. Good morning, Tom. It's so good to see you. I hadn't seen you around in a long time. I was getting ready to tell a fishing story. And a lot of people debate about what race Jesus is. And there was these two fishermen, and they were out on a boat in the middle of a lake, and one guy was white and one guy was black. And the black guy was saying Jesus was black, and the white guy was saying Jesus is white. And they kept arguing, debating about what color Jesus was. And they got into fisticuffs on the boat. And the boat capsized, and they drowned. So they're about to find out what color Jesus really is. So they go to heaven. And good morning again, Jeffrey. I love that you all are talking to each other, and please connect with each other. That would be wonderful. And anyway, they're talking to St. Peter, and St. Peter's like, okay. And, and they tell him, we were arguing about what color Jesus is. Can you tell us what color Jesus is? And St. Peter looks at him and says, well, why don't you ask him yourself? And so, he looks at an angel, and it goes away, and, the angel comes back, and then Jesus comes around the corner. And Jesus looks at him and says, and I got to get the accent right. He says, muchas gracias, amigos. So, that whole argument is kind of silly because if you look at, Roman people, they're olive. If you look at people from the Middle East, they're all kinds of different colors, but they are people of color, so Jesus could have been very dark, or he could have been olive. We don't know. And the reason it came up, and the reason I heard the story of the two fishermen arguing, was that, by the way, if you go fishing with people on a boat, make sure you get along with them really well before you got on that boat with them. That's highly important because you are in a precarious situation, aren't you? But anyway, so I was reading and studying about Zacchaeus. And Zacchaeus was a man of short stature. And he met Jesus, and Jesus told him that he was going to his house today. So I was wondering, how tall would Jesus have been? Because back in that first century, the average height was 5'1". So Jesus might have been, what we would consider short. So not only could he have been black, he also could have been like 5'1" tall. And doesn't that really change how you would think about Jesus? He's still God, but he could have been, I mean, we all look at those statues in Rome and, we see the 6-foot Jesus, it's white, and we grow up with that perception, but we really don't know. So, if you look at the average heights from that time period, he would have been, most likely under 5 foot, any color, but white. He wouldn't have been white. Oh, you love the carousel piece? Oh, are you talking about that piece back there? Yeah, that's it's a nativity carousel. And the wise men are on one level, baby Jesus is on another. So, yeah, it's a wonderful piece. Oh my goodness, you all met up? That's awesome. Oh, that's neat, Jeffrey. I didn't know you'd met up with Johnny and Carol and Tooch Man. What an awesome meetup. I hope there's video of that. I haven't seen video of that. But that's a nativity scene. And what happens is you put candles at the bottom and the heat rises and it spins the paddles at the top, and 2 of those levels spin. And it's a great thing. I have not ensembled it. There's one cup that has to have some work done on it, and I haven't had it done. And haven't inquired as to who would do it. I thought about going to Home Depot myself. Good morning, Roe Calls Cabin. It's so good to see you. I hope you had a wonderful holiday. Tom was just saying how he loved this carousel, and I was explaining that it was a nativity, but it's got, I need to get a very thin piece of like teak wood, would match that. So I can make sure that cup, one of the cups is not attached, is attached the same as the others. Because if there's uneven heat that's going up, it's going to cause a gap where it's losing energy because it runs on the heat energy from the candles. Exactly, Tom. I agree with you completely. But people are obsessed with debating about it. And, it's you're exactly right. Jesus would not have wanted any kind of thing like that because Jesus was God, and it didn't matter what color he is, and it doesn't matter what color we are when we go to confess to God. We just need to humble ourselves before God to be saved. Yeah, we had an unusual holiday. My mom is in rehab, and so, we had to have part of our, oh, here's my cue. I bought this from Wendy, and I need to put some batteries in it. I ran the batteries down. I never put the cue in front of the camera, but I thought about having the cue. Whoops. Okay, I need to bring this back so you can see the cue. What about having question time with the big cue? What do you all think about that idea? But I need to put batteries in it. I got all kinds of ideas. I go in all kinds of directions all the time. Here's a piece that is an old 70s decanter. I don't know if that's a flea bite. It's hard to keep black pieces pristine. But this is old 70s decanter. I think it had Rome in it. But when I was reading about the Egyptian captivity, I had this out a lot. And I'm done with Genesis and Exodus. But, I had the 10 Commandments out when I was reading about Moses going on Mount Sinai. And I read the chapters about the 10 Commandments. Good morning, my life, sunny side up. I love that. We had a good Christmas cabin roll call cabin. Look at that. Terry Redland. And that's a neat piece. Birds. And it's the same picture on the other side. I think there's something inside here I've been looking for. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I went in the hospital in the fall. I was in the ICU during the Hurricane Helene. I was in the ICU. And that 10's rather Christmassy. After that, I was told, I had to behave myself. And I've been ordering DD Sweeties for quite some time. And I had started out this kind of, not being good. Let's just say that. I'm going to put my cue back. Let me see before I do. Okay. I don't know if these are AA or AAA. Let me put these out here so I'll remember to replace them. Oh, on. Okay. I just need one to remember. I'll know that this. So I'm going to put that cue back where it was and keep this out. This is a AA battery. It's not AAA. That's good. I know I have AA's for sure. So I'm going to put these back. And I'll bring them out whenever the 10 Commandments or Egypt is mentioned in the scriptures when I read. And put them in the background. So give people a visual. Good morning, Angie. So good to see you in here. Angie has a wonderful talk show where she gossips about people. She's a horrible gossiper, but she's not actually a horrible gossiper. I shouldn't say that. She gossips and she talks about people, but she talks about people in a positive way. And she's given me. Is the box off? Is the box working?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay.
So it's working for me. I don't know what's going on for you.
Well, I would do it in the box, but I'm glad the box is okay. Yeah, I think it's Tom. It's important to have. I'm talking to Tom on the live.
Okay.
Thank you, Marty. It was Monday during my live. I hadn't done a live for 2 weeks. And when I was talking, Marty came up 2 times thinking that I was calling for them. Marty is a wonderful child, very attentive. But DD, virtual shopkeeper DD, and she has a contract with this candy company that is local to her. And they, I'm going to go ahead and open this. I don't know. These bags are wonderful. This is a pound bag, but there's little tabs here. So I don't really need another container. I had been putting these sweeties in, various pieces of glass. But when I came out of the hospital, or before I came out of the hospital, I had several people say to me on the staff that I need to keep my, eating under control. I need to watch what I was eating. Candies and carbs are a no-no. So I'm going to go ahead and pour some of this out. And so when I was doing lives before, I was eating either one sweetie or one moon pie. I got another box of moon pies on the way. A day instead of like one moon pie, and I had limited myself at 4 sweeties a day, and that was before I went in the hospital. So I'm going to have to have just one this morning. But anyway, back to the moon pies. I've got some banana moon pies on the way. I went at Bingo this past Monday, and I had made donations, and I won one of my own donations. And when that happens, Johnny sends you moon pies. So my cups runneth over with Dee Dee Sweeties and moon pies. So, okay. It's a little tricky to get this off. It's beautiful filigree top with gems in it. It looks wonderful. So I'll probably eat these last. Absolutely, Tom. And I do try to bring humor into it. And I do try to use real life illustrations and make it current. You know, here's my one Dee Dee Sweetie that I get this morning, and I have to behave myself. I need discernment, but I also need discipleship with myself, as we all do. But there it is. It's a lemon Dee Dee Sweetie, and it's in the plain wrapper. I've gotten some with the wrappers from the company, which I wasn't supposed to get. So I read from the Torah, Tom, and I've used the 10 Commandments and the Egyptian decanter a lot for that series. And then Sunday morning, I do an adult Bible studies, and it's kind of all over the place, but it follows the church liturgy. Like right now, it's funny. We were in the Advent season, and then we had the 12 days of Christmas, and we're getting ready to go into the Lenten season, where people really need to watch what they're doing. A lot of people fast during Lent, but I read yesterday that between the Advent season and after Christmas is over, we're in, I guess you would call that, but anyway, I read that it was called the ordinary season. So between Advent and Lenten, and I had called it the nativity season for a while, but I guess it depends upon your denomination as to what it's called. I never really had a name for anything between Advent or Lent, and Lent starts. I don't know when it starts this year. It changes every year. So, but Christmas and Epiphany, maybe I call it the Epiphany season while we're in the 12 days of Christmas. But if your church has a specific name you call this season, that would be, you can drop that in the chat. But I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this Dee Dee Sweeties. Very nice. I love lemon, too. There are no lemon moon pies available at this time. Speaking of seasons, on New Year's, I made a video from Ephesians 3, and it talks about how there's a time and a place for everything, and the churches have developed over the centuries these seasons where we worship different things in different ways, because during the year, we know kind of from the Jewish calendar. We can extrapolate from the Jewish calendar when these things happened on the Gregorian calendar. Oh, I know. Well, go see virtual shopkeeper Dee Dee, and she'll send you some. But, you know, if you don't want to do that, you know, I'm sure you can find candy locally. But do you have a lot of candy? Raise your hand if you have candy in your life. But it was a blessing in a way, as far as my Dee Dee Sweeties supply, because all those Dee Dee Sweeties would have been gone by New Year's, most certainly. And here I have a whole pound left because I behaved myself. Yeah, that's me too. And when I started going to having one a day, after I started going to having one a day, I had days that I didn't have any. So I, you know, it made me decrease the amount that I was having overall too. So I got plenty of stuff to do around here, and I don't like to do certain things on camera. I thought about doing an unboxing, but I've already been on for 40 minutes. Oh my goodness, what time is it out there? But I definitely am going to replace the batteries in the queue. Let me get that back out, or I will forget about it again. I love the time of year that is, because I can say a lot. You know, I just, for some reason, feel like I have to give a time frame for things. 8 o'clock Eastern. Oh, good. But anyway, I think, you know, I don't know why I feel like I have to justify things and I have to give a time frame. Like I'll say last week or 3 weeks ago, and I'm just giving an estimate that might not even be true. I'm just throwing that out there. It was some time ago. I mean, it's just like I've incorporated that in what I'm giving as part of my spiel or my story, and it's completely unnecessary. But in January, you can always say, well, last year I bought this from Wendy. Because if I say 3 months or 4 months or 6 months, I might be wrong. I just might be wrong about that. I don't know. It might have been year before last now that I bought this cue from Wendy, Wonder Woman. But I'm going to get this lit up, and I'm going to ask you all, do you want to have a session where you can ask me questions? So it's the question session. And just make that part of my live. Or I might do a video and let people ask me questions in just the comments. That might be safer for me because you just never know what people are going to ask. But anyway, I am so glad I was able to come on live with very little interruption this time. I've had amounts of interruptions, and yesterday it was just, they made it impossible for me to go live. So I'm so happy with my technical issues. I'm just so happy I was able to have the live this morning, and I'll be back tomorrow doing my best to go live. You all have a wonderful and blessed day.